everyone, this is Mrs. Fan. This is a recorded video for week 4, day 3. Again, on week 4, day 2, that was Veterans Day, so we didn't have school on that day. So if you're looking for the video for week 4, day 2, there wouldn't be any video because that is our day off. Now, today we are first going to go over the quiz and then we'll go over the digestive system exploration. Now, let's take a look at the quiz. Now you can access the quiz again when you log on to StemScope as well, and on the top there should be a button that says grade on your end, and you'll be able to see the grade. Now the one that you get right, this looks a little bit tricky on the website, just the way that they put it on. So the one that you answer, they have a little gray dot in the center, so you don't really see the green or red to show which one you get right or wrong. Okay, so you will see a little gray dots on the one that you answer, and the correct answer, whether you get it right or wrong, is going to show in green. Okay, but your final score, you can check that on Schooloop, and if you have any question, feel free to let me know and I can help you with that too. So let's take some time to go over the quiz. Number 1, the presence of which cell organelles would be most helpful in classifying a cell as either prokaryotic or eukaryotic, and that would be the nucleus. Again, prokaryotic cells does not have a nucleus, and eukaryotic cells, they have a nucleus as well as other cell organelles. Number 2, the thick jelly-like substance that holds organelle in place inside the cell is called blank, and that would be the cytoplasm. Again, that is a fluid within the cell that is a thick jelly-like substance. Okay, so that's where all the organelles are within the cells. Number 3, plant cells have special cell organelle that help them convert sunlight to sugar that they can use. What organelle is that? Now there's 2 clues. The first clue right here, we see that this is something that only plant cells have. And we learned that there are 2 organelles that only plant cells have. One is cell wall and the other is chloroplast. Second part, they also tell us the function of the cell organelle. Now cell wall, they give the plant cells a rigid structure on the outside to protect the cells, but the part that helps to make food, which is they use sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water to make food, that would be the chloroplast. And that is the reason why you don't need to feed plant food. They can make their own food with water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Next one, number 4. Which of the following organelles contribute to homeostasis by regulating the movement of material into and out of the cell? And that would be the cell membrane. Again, cell membrane is something that both animal and plant cells have. They regulate the molecule that is going into the cells and the molecule going out of the cells. Number 5. Vacuoles are round organelles found in both plant and animal cells. Their primary function is to store water, waste, and nutrient for the cells. Now, we did mention that it is slightly different in plant and animal cells in terms of the number and the size of the vacuole, but both animal and plant cells, they do both have vacuoles. Number 5. An individual's genetic information is stored in which of the following organelles? Now, when we are talking about genetic information, we are talking about DNA. And right here, DNA is stored in the nucleus. We also mentioned that the nucleus is like the city hall or like the brain of the cell. It is the most important part of the cells. Number 7. Students have been assigned to write reports on cell organelles. Eric's report is about the organelle that support and give structure to plant cells. Which organelle is Eric writing about? And that would be the cell wall. Again, there's 2 clues. First of all, they tell us that it is for plant cells, so we know that 2 organelle only for plant cells, which is cell wall and also chloroplast. And the second one is that they mentioned that the function is to support and give structure to plant cells. So that's how we know that this is cell wall. Number 8. The diagram illustrates some of the organelle found in the cell. Now, again, in the study guide, there were 5 organelle or 5 parts of the cell that I want you to know. They were cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and mitochondria. So those are the 5 parts that you need to know. And this one right here in the middle, that is the nucleus. The nucleus is found in both the plant and animal cells. Number 9, a diagram of a cell is provided, and this picture is mitochondria. Again, right here you can see mitochondria. They have an oval shape followed us by a squiggly line in the middle. And mitochondria, the purpose of that is to generate energy. Okay, what mitochondria do, as you will learn more about it in the body system later on, is that they take the food that you eat, and it's called basically they are breaking down a simple form of sugar from the food that you eat, and they also take oxygen in order to generate energy for your body. Number 10, describe the structure and function of the cell organelle found in plant cells that is not found in animal cells. So right here, again, there were 2 things that is only found in plant cells. First, again, we talk about cell wall. Cell wall is found in plant cells only. And the second one is chloroplast. So if you tell me the name of the organelle, either cell wall or chloroplast, that is, you get 1 out of 2 points. If you are able to tell me the function of either the cell wall or chloroplast, you get the second points. Last but not least, this is our extra credit question. Are individual organelle living? And the answer is no. We talk about that cell is actually the smallest unit of living things. There's nothing that's smaller than cells that are considered as alive. So individual cell organelle, they are not alive. If you think about it, I have different organ within my body. I have my heart, I have my brain, I have my lungs. But if I just have my heart, and if I take my heart out, that itself is not going to be a human being. That itself is not a living organism, right? It enables me to be alive, and it is a very important organ that I have. But if it is just my heart alone, that is not an organism. In the same way, cell is the smallest unit that is living, and cell organelle, they're definitely very important. They all have individual function, but that doesn't mean that they are living. So for the extra credit question, if you answer no, that is 1 point for answering just the word no. And if you can explain your answer why the cell organelles are not alive, you get the second point. So again, altogether in this quiz, we have 10 questions with 1 extra credit question. So it is out of 20 points, but you can get a maximum of 22 points altogether. So with that said, we will continue with our digestive system exploration today. By the time you watch this video, we already finished the makeup quiz. You have 4 opportunity for the makeup quiz. If you have any question about it, please email me and discuss with me about it. Now for the digestive system exploration, let's take a look. So last time in the video from week 4, day 1, we'll talk about how do organs work together for each organ system to work. And I want you to take a minute to think about how your trial 1 went for week 4, day 1. Again, for week 4, day 1, you spend some time to take a look at a digestive system that you make. Again, it can be any digestive system. And then you also explain why you arrange the digestive system that way. And then you also wrote down how much calorie and water it was absorbed. Now, let me tell you about some fun facts about the digestive system. Now, your digestive tract can be 30 feet long. So, a lot of us, we are about 5 feet tall right now. Some of us are a little bit short of 5 feet, and some of us are taller than 5 feet, but approximately there. So, imagine if you are 5 feet right now, your digestive tract can grow up to 6 times your height, and they're all within your body right now. Second, an average person produces about 32 ounces of saliva each day. That is like 2 soda cans. Okay, 2 regular soda cans. That's how much saliva you produce every single day. Third, your digestive system will continue to move along even if you are upside down. It's actually not affected by gravity at all because you have muscle within your digestive system that will move the food along. And your small intestine, even though it's called small intestine, is actually the longest part in your digestive tract. It is just called small intestine because the tube is smaller, so the diameter of that tube is smaller, but then it is actually the longest part. The large intestine, on the other hand, that has a larger tube, but that is actually the shorter part, so that is only around 5 feet long. And for food to go from your mouth to your stomach, it only takes 7 seconds. So that's a pretty quick process. Now let's take a look at a 3D tour of your digestive system right here. So right here we have the mouth, and then we have the esophagus right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So right here after the esophagus, this is your stomach. And right next to it right here, you have your liver. And then after your stomach, you do have your small intestine right here. Okay, all of this is small intestine. And remember, they are around 22 to 23 feet long. So that's pretty long. That's like 4 times our height. And then going around, that is the large intestine. So again, small intestine is right here in the middle, and large intestine is going around. Now in class, we also spent some time to share an observation that you had of the 3D tour. Now with that, we are going to move on to the second part of your assignment. Remember, for your assignment last time in part 1, you identify the function of the organ and then you put the name of the organ on the right. And in trial 1, you make your first digestive system. Again, what we mentioned last time is that you actually don't need to make the exact order. You can test whichever order you want. It doesn't have to be a certain way. So for the digestive system that I make last time, I put mouth, stomach. So meaning that I guess my stomach is right next to my mouth. So in real life, I guess that will be around my throat area. But again, you can test in any order, however many organ you want to put in. So I put my mouth, stomach, esophagus, and rectum. Okay, and I also put my reasoning right here. So I can put, I want to see whether my digestive system would still be able to absorb food and nutrient with only 4 organs. Okay, so right here you can put down your digestive system on what you have. Okay, so let me show you right here how this looks like. You can click on the link right here on the top. Now remember, when you launch this gizmo, it will say that you only have 5 minutes. So sometimes you say that you already time is up for you. So what is really important is to make sure you click the login button right here and put in your login information. So you all should already have your login information. So just make sure to type that in. If you forgot your login information, then you can also email me and I can let you know your login information and I can retrieve that for you as well. So let me show you what we have from last time. Last time I put my mouth, and then I put the stomach, esophagus, and rectum. And let's try to be healthy today. I am going to feed my digestive system with an apple, and I'm going to click play right here. Awesome. So the digestive system is finished. So what you want to gather, the data that you want to gather is right here on the top. Okay, this system absorbs 0% calorie and 0% water, and that's what I recorded right here, that I have 0% calorie and 0% water. Again, that's my trial one from last time. This time, I want to rearrange it to improve my results. So what I'm going to do this time is, instead of having my esophagus, I'm going to replace it with my small intestine. I'm going to put right here, I'm going to put my small intestine here instead. And let's try what will happen. And let's add some blood vessel as well. Okay, so right here, I'm going to click reset, clear screen, and I'm going to put my organ, mouth, and then the stomach. And then I'm going to put the small intestine. I'll put both sections of the small intestine, and then the rectum. And I'm also going to put some blood vessel or capillary. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to feed it the same type of food so I can see how it is different with the same type of food. Okay, let's take a look again. Alright, great. Right here, our digestion process is complete. Right here, again in the box, the gray box on the top, I see that the system absorbs 70.17% calorie and they absorb 75% water. So that's a lot better than what we had in the first time. So I'm going to write this down. Okay, so again, this is my results, and right here I'm going to write down the calorie that absorbed 70.17%, and right here on the bottom 75% water. Now, after you record your data right here, you're also going to do your conclusion in a CER format. What a CER is you will start with a claim. A claim is a sentence to the answers, is a sentence to the question that you investigate. So an answer saying that, what can you conclude? It's not just a yes and no, but it is just a direct answer to the question that was asked. Evidence, you can use the data that you collect to prove your claim. And reasoning, you can tie your claim and evidence together, explaining why your data was important to support your claim. So let's do this one together as an example. So right here, number 11, it said, how do organs work together for digestive system to work? Which organ were essential for digestion? Remember to support your results with a claim, evidence, and reasoning. So I'm going to write for my first sentence. In my experiment, I've learned that all the organs have an important role in the digestive system. So right here, this is answering the questions right here, saying that all of them, they have their own important role. Now I'm going to add my evidence, my data right now. So I'm going to write that in my trial 1 right here, I did not include small intestine at all, and I just put my esophagus, and I was not able to absorb any calorie nor water. So that's what I'm going to put first. So I'm going to write right here, in trial number 1, I did not include the small intestine and blood vessels, and I did not absorb any calories nor water. I'm also going to explain what my result was for trial 2. So for my trial 2, I replaced this esophagus with small intestine and blood vessel, and I was able to absorb a lot more calorie and water. I'm going to put right here, in trial number 2, I include both the small intestines and blood vessels, and I absorb 70.17% calories and 75% water. Okay, so right here, again, I have my claim. It is just one sentence answering the question right here. And then I have my evidence in 2 sentences describing my results from trial number 1 as well as my result for trial number 2. Now, last but not least, I am going to wrap this conclusion up with reasoning. Okay, so based on my data, this shows that small intestine and blood vessels, or you can also put capillary, work together to absorb water and calories. Okay, so again, CR, again, there are 3 parts together. Okay, in CR, make sure to include your claim, evidence, and reasoning. Now, as you are revisiting this part, again, there's not only one answer for this lab. There are so many different things that you can test. Okay, for example, you can put different organs right here. You can add all the large organ. You can add all the small organs. So it's completely up to you how this lab is going to go. So I really look forward to seeing your lab. And after you finish your lab, make sure to click submit. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.